Shut up, Meg. There, I did it before anyone else could. Yeah. Okay, so last night, the trailer for The Meg premiered, and as you guys know, well, actually, for those who don't know, because I haven't talked about it a lot, is that The Meg is one of my favorite novels. I read it in high school, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was this cool horror type, imagine Jaws, but supersized. And I saw the trailer, and I know this movie had been in development hell for years. This movie had been in, over 10, 12 years, this movie had been in development hell. And I was, shocked when I finally saw a trailer, because I was still thinking to myself, until I see a trailer, oh my god, there's a trailer. This came out of nowhere, too. I was just scrolling through and be that says, Jason Statham taking on a giant shark in this new trailer of The Meg. And I was like, holy shit. So I watched the trailer, and, look, I don't want to be this guy, but the book, wow. Did they not read the book? I mean, I know the director the biggest thing the director has done for this movie, his biggest previous work were the National Treasure movies. Yeah. So, yeah. And, when Jason Statham was cast as the main character of Jonas Taylor, I was like, man, that is such a miscast. And it kind of gave me a sense of where they were going in terms of direction for this film. Jonas Taylor in the novel is like this everyman. He's like this blue-collar everyman who is just kind of thrown into this situation after, certain circumstances, and now he's being, he's now being forced to kill this giant shark. But yeah, so I watched the trailer and I was like, man, they did not, the only thing I can follow from, what they did with this movie, outside of the book, is that, is that they just have the giant shark, that's it. That is all it is, and yeah, and I really hate sounding like this guy, oh, it was that, it's not like the book at all, because I've always been a thing of, well, they're never going to get everything in the book right, but, yeah. So, yeah, I now know how, I now know how people who come from that mindset have, so I now know that feeling. Yeah. But on the other hand, there's a part of me that's just kind of happy that A, this movie's finally premiering, this movie is finally, coming out, and B, it's technically another kaiju film, we're getting another giant and I know, Megalodon's a real thing. Megalodon, well, was a real thing. It's extinct now. Or is it? Just kidding. But yeah. That's the thing, is that, it's another giant monster movie, and 2018 has been so far been, one giant monster movie fest. We've got, we've had Pacific Rim Uprising. Earlier this year we had Godzilla, on Netflix premiere of Godzilla Planet of Monsters. Later, I think next month we're going to have the sequel to Planet of Monsters, and, this week, as of this recording, we're going to have Rampage, a video game movie that's also making its, that's pretty much a kaiju film. So, forgive me if there's a little bit of me that's still excited, yay! A whole year of kaiju films! Not to mention all the new news we're going to get for Godzilla King of the Monsters next year. But yeah, we've been jammed-packed with kaiju films this year. I think this is the most I think we are having more kaiju films than we've had superhero films this year. Yeah, I think if I'm right, I think we're going, and that's actually a really fun thing to say, honestly. That's a really fun thing. But on the other hand of that spectrum is that, a lot of people think, oh, if we just have giant monsters fighting each other, that'll be enough. Just have giant monsters wrecking shit and whatnot, that'll be enough to supply the kaiju genre. Not really, because you do need, sometimes, much like with the superhero genre, sometimes you need to change things up. Sometimes you need to, have a little bit of heart and story in there. I mean, if not every Godzilla film is just Godzilla fighting another monster, rinse and repeat. There's great stories in there. You know, there's some very memorable story arcs in there. You know, in Heisei, Showa, and Millennium. And I was kind of hoping Meg could follow that, is that this is a very deep character story in the novel about the character of Jonas Taylor. And yes, there is, like, bloody horror and action in there, but it is a very nice character piece for that character, and him going from, well, thrown in here to killing the shark from the inside out. So I was kind of hoping to get that with Meg, but like I said, I will just be like, alright, well, I'm gonna have to come to peace with this is not the movie I wanted. And I doubt I would have gotten it, because originally Eli Roth was going to be the director of this film. And he went off to do The House with the Clock Inside of It, or whatever whatever the title of that movie's called. And, yeah, Eli Roth, I don't hate the guy, but sometimes he goes a little overboard with his movies. Sometimes he just goes a little overboard with the gore, and admittedly, I think he would have done some cool shit with a giant shark, but at the same time, I've been like, alright, you're okay, enough. This is just torture porn at this point. So, I don't know, and I guess I didn't hate the National Treasure movies. Didn't like them, but I certainly didn't hate them either. So who knows? And like I said, maybe the trailer just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, because it starts out as like, wow, that's really interesting, of that cool take on the shark, and then it goes to Somewhere Beyond the Sea and just showing all these random action scenes. I was like, okay, that was fast. But maybe, because sometimes a trailer, a really bad trailer, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad film. Nor is a really good trailer going to mean a really good film. I mean, remember Prometheus and how good that first trailer was? Yeah. And then we all saw Prometheus. Need I say more? So, I'm gonna be optimistic about this, even though, and again, I really freaking hate to be this guy, but on the other hand, I'm such a fan of the novel. I love the original novel for Meg, and I was kind of hoping for a lot more, because this, like I said, it was in development hell, so if anything, I should just probably shut up and enjoy the fact that it's actually coming out, you know? When are we going to get another giant shark movie? You can also probably think that what really got this movie really going was A, the success of the kaiju film genre as of late, and B, how well shark movies have been doing. Because we had 47 Meters Down, there was another, oh yeah, what was that other one? The Shallows. Yeah, yeah, it got away from me. The Shallows and 47 Meters Down were both really successful shark movies, so that's probably what really got this thing to get fast-tracked. Even though, yeah, it was in development, but this is what probably really made, hey, we can do this with not only that, we're having not only a shark, but a giant shark. And I really like sharks in general, which is kind of funny because yesterday, as of this recording, I should mention, is that I actually ate shark for the first time. Kind of tastes like steak, really. It kind of tastes a little more gamier, though. And don't worry, it was just a little bonnet head, so they're not endangered, so I felt a lot better, because if it was something like a hammerhead or like a tiger shark, I would have been like, I don't want it. But I was like, oh, bonnet head, I won't feel as guilty eating this. So, anyway. Not much else I can really say about this, other than I'm gonna give it a shot. I am going to go see this movie, but I'm gonna have to like put all my mantra of this is not going to be like the book out of my head, which I'm already gonna do already. So I'm just gonna go in there, expect bloody giant shark action, and be done, and no more, no less. So I want to walk out of there going, yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. So that's all I can really ask for at this point with a movie such as this. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of the trailer for The Meg? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Who would you cast as Jonas Taylor if you could have a say in this film? And if you have read the book, what are your thoughts on the trailer and how far it's deviating from it? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.